My name is Salima Gowani and I have recently passed the SQE assessments on the first attempt. My path to becoming a solicitor has been less traditional than most. I first started with my undergraduate and master's degrees in music performance, specializing on the double bass. And then when I had a family, I decided it was time for a career change. And luckily for me, the SQE opened up the pathway for non-law graduates to be able to qualify as a solicitor. As a non-law graduate, I was looking for an efficient way to be able to qualify as a solicitor. The SQE opened that route for me to be able to do it through an efficient process of taking these series of exams and having qualifying work experience without having to worry about winning a training contract at the same time. Taking on the SQE felt like a daunting task. For SQE1, I was looking at 10 hours of multiple choice over 2 days. For SQE2, it was 14 hours of assessments spread over 5 days. And for me, coming from a non-legal field, I felt like I needed a well-organized, step-by-step plan and someone that I could trust to provide all the materials that I would need to build my solid legal foundation and the tools for success on exam day. When I found QLTS, I felt, given they're the longest established training provider, that they had materials that were tried and tested, and I could really trust that they provided everything within their materials for me to succeed. As one of the longest established training providers, QLTS is someone you can really put your trust and confidence into, because you can be sure that whatever materials they have provided is enough to succeed on the exams. And that confidence helps you not get sidetracked in any unnecessary details. You can actually focus on the materials and the concepts that they have given you and really refine your understanding of those core subjects to make sure that you are set up for success on exam day. My tutor was a valuable resource in understanding how to tackle the large volume of materials that QLTS had. Not only were there books, there were also summary notes, flashcards, videos, and then of course the mocks, which were the most important. The best advice she had given me was to make sure that I cover the material as quickly as possible and go straight to the mocks to understand what exactly I needed to spend more time on. When I began studying for the SQE assessments, I had my 2 small children under the age of 5 in my full-time care. I would use 2 hours at nighttime once they were put to bed to study, and then closer to the exams, I would wake up around 4 o'clock in the morning to get another 2 to 3 hours to study. So my weekends and weekdays were generally the same. There was no differentiation. I made sure that closer to the exams, I did put in those extra hours for both SQE1 and SQE2. So roughly it took me about 8 months to prepare SQE1 and about 9 months to prepare SQE2. I felt I had a good understanding of what to expect on the exam days. The mocks helped me refine my thought processes and also make sure that I was using the time efficiently given the time pressure for each question. As a non-law graduate, there are not a lot of options for me to access a legal career, and especially to access one as a qualified solicitor. The SQE opened up those doors for me to be able to qualify as a solicitor and enter the legal market. I felt a preparation course was absolutely necessary for both the SQE1 and SQE2. QLTS provided comprehensive materials that allowed me to understand how to think like a lawyer. The mock exams also provided enough practice so that when I came to exam day, the questions felt familiar and I was ready to tackle them. The best advice I would say is to approach the mocks as quickly as possible. This will allow you to identify any weaker areas, so you can revise that in the materials. Simultaneously do mocks and the materials. I would say start your preparation as soon as you can. This even means if you have 5 minutes in a day, maybe grab a flashcard or do a video. QLTS has comprehensive materials that have been tried and tested. I would say trust what they've provided and don't get sidetracked in any details. They have given you everything you need to succeed on exam day. As a modern lawyer, it is essential to always keep your client's best interests in mind. That involves keeping up to date with changes in the law and current events to check how it might affect your client's individual cases.